Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this Days and with Saj podcast. It is I, your host, Sajeedahdahliah. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is thriving, and I hope these past few weeks have been good to you. Before we start the episode, I want you guys to take a minute or two and just sit down and think about what it is you've been grateful for these past few weeks. I have been grateful for my health. It's so crazy how much we take our health for granted. I'm so grateful for my health and just being able to exercise every single day and just watch my body do things that it couldn't do before. Like, that is just something to be grateful for, and it's so amazing. I know I'm grateful for life and my family and everything else. Now let us get on with the episode. When something belongs to you and you have someone else taking care of it for you, you tend to forget the importance of that thing. Growing up, my sister and I, we always had someone doing something for us. We had someone cleaning our rooms for us. We had someone cooking for us. We had someone who drove us to school and anywhere we needed to be. Everything was done for us. We barely had to lift a finger. And eventually, whenever we were asked to do something, we would either do it half-heartedly or not do it properly. And my mom would always say, this thing belongs to you, and if you don't take care of it, no one else would take care of it as well as you will, because it's yours. If she asked us to clean something in the house and we didn't do it well, she would always remind us, this house is your house. If you're not taking care of it to your maximum capability, how do you expect others to take care of it for you? Now, I want you to look at this same principle differently. Instead of just thinking about your house or your property, think of it as your life. No one else can take care of you as well as you can. There are limits to what your parents, friends, or anyone else can do for you. Take physiotherapy as an example. Imagine someone recovering from an accident and they're trying to get their legs working again. The physio can't pick up your legs and force you to move them. You have to put in the work. You have to fight. You have to push yourself and commit to the process. It's the same with life. Even though in life we must ultimately depend on God, He still has given us free will. Every day we wake up, we have choices to make between good and bad, between bed rotting and getting up and being active. Every single day we have a choice to make, and no one else can make those choices for us. Think about the next few months. These are the last months of 2025. And once they're gone, they're gone. We can never get them back. Unless, of course, you want to be in 2026 and you're still writing 2025 as the date. If you want to do that, you can do that. But today's episode is about how do you want to end the year. Let me tell you about what I have been experiencing the past few months. These past few months have been the most mind-boggling months for me. I turned 20. I just finished my internship. I'm about to go into my final year of university. Let me be honest and real with you guys. I'm scared and I'm also thrilled at the same time. It feels so bittersweet because when you think about it, it's the end of my undergraduate journey studying civil engineering, but it's also the beginning of another. I've spent almost 5 years in uni, and you know the finish line is there, but until you reach it, you can't imagine the feeling. You just know there's going to be relief at the end of the journey, but then you don't know how it feels. But now that I'm here, I find myself reflecting so much on how quickly the years have passed. All the mistakes I've made, they can't be undone. I can't get the time back. That is why I want to use these final months wisely. I want to build stronger relationships, focus on my studies, and also think about life after graduation. Because honestly, I've never really taken the time to think about the gap between graduation and whatever comes next. And the reason why I actually thought about me not thinking about that was because after my internship ended, I was stuck. I didn't plan for the period after the internship and before school resumes. The change was just weird for me. I went from waking up super early and just on go, 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 go mode to literally doing nothing. I kid you not. After my internship ended, I couldn't do anything for a whole week. I was, okay, no, it's not like I couldn't do anything, but then I would wake up, I would work out, and then for the whole day, I would literally be doing nothing. It was that bad. I did not prepare my mind. I just felt so stagnant. Went from waking up early, being super productive, and learning every day to doing nothing. The first 2 weeks were really chaotic. Then I decided that change needed to happen. Since I hadn't achieved a lot of the fitness goals that I set for myself during my internship because I was always busy, I started running. I ran my first 5K, and since then, running has become something that I just love. I love running so much because it clears my head. I kid you not, when I'm running, the only thing I think about is ending the run. That is the only thing I'm thinking about. I don't think about life. I don't think about school. I don't think about anything. I don't know. Even if I'm going to think about anything, right? I just think of all the good things that I can achieve when I'm running. You guys don't understand. Like, running puts me in this zone that it makes me believe that I can achieve anything. I love running so much. It gives me this amazing high. And running is just awesome. So what's next for me? The focus for me now is preparing for both graduation and what comes after. I don't know exactly what to expect because you never know, only Allah knows. But I do know that if I prepare my mind for whatever is to come, I'll be fine regardless, inshallah. Now, from me giving you this rundown of how these past few weeks have been for me, I want you to think about your own choices. Every day when you wake up, what choices are you making? Are you doom scrolling on your phone and consuming so much negative content, or are you going and making actual real connections with people? Are you staying at home and bed rotting, or are you using your time to build healthy habits that are beneficial to you short term and in the long run? In 3 months, 2025 will be over. What you choose to do with these 3 months will shape your story. You can achieve a lot in those 3 months, even more than you've achieved in the past 9 months. I'm going to add something to this, and it's something one of my friends told me recently. It's not exactly the way they said it, but I hope you get the point from the way I'm going to say it. So there's the battles and there's the war. Every single day there's a battle, and those battles are the tasks that you need to tick off your list, and then the end goal is winning the war. So every single day you make sure you try to win the battle, and even if you don't win the battle, you make sure that you win the war. And honestly, that is just a very powerful sentiment, and it is true. Every day won't be 100%. Some days will be 5%, some days 20, and some 90. But at the end of the day, you need to make sure you reach that 99%. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you can still get close enough. I'm very sure you guys have heard this so many times and you're probably tired of hearing it, but I'm going to say it on the podcast. Rome was not built in a day. So habits are not built overnight. You have to put in the work consistently. That is why the slogan of this beautiful podcast is doing the 1% every day, because at the end of the day, the 1% is always better than doing nothing. Whenever you do see this and whenever you sit down to listen to this, I want you to evaluate the next 3 months. As my mom would say, this thing belongs to you and no one will ever take care of it as good as you will. So look at every aspect of your life, be it your health, your academics, your finances, your future, everything. No one will put in the work for you unless you're paying them. And are you in the state financially where you can afford to pay someone to do all the work for you? If you are, then fine. But regardless, you still have to put the work in. Because look at your health, for example. You can pay for a trainer. You can pay for the best of the best. In fact, you can get David Goggins to be your trainer. But if you're not putting the work in, nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to change. That aside, all my rambling, reevaluate the next 3 months of your life and write down how you want it to look. Write down very realistic goals that you want to achieve. In fact, even write down the unrealistic ones, because to some they may seem unrealistic, but in reality they are achievable. So write it all down, and beneath every single one you write down the steps that you need to acquire them. Write down the things that you need to change that are stopping you from acquiring that. So you can see it clearly that this is what I need and this is what I need to let go of in order to get what I want. By the time we get to December 31st and you realize that you haven't ticked a lot of things off your list, don't think that, oh, I have not done anything. As long as you know that deep down every single day you showed up for yourself, you have made more progress than someone that after the first day just kept everything and said, well, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. As long as you put in effort every single day up until the 31st of December, and you know you showed up for yourself every single day, you keep going. You keep going because there's no limit to how much time you can invest in yourself, and there's no limit to your progress. You just keep going until you're where you're at, until you're where you're meant to be. Then you have new goals and you keep going. Goals never stop. People say the sky is your limit, and some people say the sky is your starting point, but both are limitless. The sky is limitless, and even if you're starting from the sky, wherever you're going to is limitless. So you keep going and you fall in love with the process along the way. I promise you, the more you put into yourself, you never get tired of making yourself progress. You never get tired of seeing yourself succeed. You never get tired of it, because at the end of the day, you're doing it for yourself. So you keep going and you keep pouring and pouring and pouring into yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed recording it for you guys. This episode is not only for you, it's also for me, because whatever I said here, I wrote it down for myself and I'm sharing it with you guys. And I hope it helps a lot. And I hope the next 3 months are filled with so many amazing things. And I hope you overcome a lot and enjoy the next 3 months. Because once 2025 is gone, it's gone. Don't forget to leave a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and also drop a comment on Spotify. You can also type on Apple Podcasts. If you have any questions, send them straight into my DMs at the Season with Saj Instagram account, or you can send me an email. I will never get tired of seeing this. I read my emails every single day. If I don't reply to your emails, right, I probably opened it and read it, and I was like, wait, let me collect my thoughts and come back to this. But I promise you, I open my emails every single day. And I actually like receiving emails more than I like receiving texts. I don't know, there's just something about the emails, you know? It's the grammar in me. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!